say good day to you this day of your time. How are you all? The most common theme for all of you on the planet right now is the theme of transforming limitation into freedom, darkness into light, negative into positive. But each person will do that in their own individual and unique way based on the specifics of their personal theme. Every person then that receives the information will interpret it in the way that works for them in order for them to make the transformations in their life that is reflective of the themes and challenges that they chose to experience. And this general theme of transformation has to do with remembering more and more and more of who you truly are as a greater being rather than just this limited focus of the physical personality. In many different directions. In other words, some time ago we said that everything would change in the fall of 2016, which you now see that it is changing. Now you are seeing the splitting into different parallel realities because something very unexpected happened, which helps people unlock from expecting any particular thing to happen. So now they can allow what they prefer to happen in whatever direction they wish to go. You're seeing the splitting into different parallel realities. Yes, and the easiest way to do that is to act on your highest passion to the best that you are able with absolutely no insistence on what the outcome is supposed to look like. That's the three-part formula that works best because it's most aligned with your true vibration. When you act on your highest excitement, that's a representation of your true frequency. When you act on it to the best you are able to act on it, then that's your physical, active commitment to know that that's your frequency. Number one, yes, raising the vibration by at every opportunity doing things that are representative of the highest excitement. And that also means doing things you may already be doing in a more exciting way than you might be doing them now. But number two is changing your definition of what abundance means. If you're only focusing on the concept of financial income being the only thing that represents abundance, then you're actually limiting ways in which abundance could come to you in other forms. You must understand that you must honor your belief system. And if you really believe you need to hold on to a job because you don't believe your excitement can support you, then by all means it would not be wise to act on your excitement fully, but you could start acting on it to whatever degree you can to allow your excitement to prove to you eventually that it can support you. The pacing is up to you. The analogy that we often use is that if you don't believe you have a parachute, it is not wise to jump off a cliff. But if you understand that your excitement is your parachute, then you know you will be safe. Many of you say, when you come up with a certain situation, many people reinforce the negativity by saying, well, everyone knows how difficult that is. Everyone knows that you can't do that. No, everyone doesn't know that. It's not a fact, it's just a collective opinion. Have you heard people on your planet say that humans are only using about 10% of their brains? That's not true. You are using 100% of your brain to pretend that you're only using 10%. Eventually, for your species, not even necessarily that improbable. You're actually already teleporting all the time anyway, because when you create the idea of movement, it is actually that you're teleporting from location to location, from moment to moment. It's just that you do it so fast, you think that you're not teleporting. You think it's a smooth transition from going from one place to another, but you actually are popping in and out all the time, teleporting all the time to create the illusion of movement. But the ability to do it for more and more people comes with understanding how reality is structured and being able to use it in the way that it is structured. First thing you have to understand is that space and time are illusions. They're not really real. They're not really out there. It's all happening in your consciousness. It's just a dream. Please remember that you never change the world you're on. You change yourself, and you shift to a version of Earth that already exists, that's already more representative of the change in energy you made within yourself. The version of Earth that you used to be on, that you may not prefer, still exists and will always exist. It's just that you won't be focused there anymore. Remember that you are already shifting through billions of parallel versions of Earth every second anyway. That's what creates your illusion of time. Your natural vibration, your highest excitement, the zone, is physically represented in the brain by the frequency called the gamma state. The gamma state is typically, for your people, somewhere between 40 and 50 cycles per second in the brain. It can go up to 100 and still be in the gamma state. So a permission slip can even be playing the sound of something that is operating in the gamma frequency and perhaps letting it induce you into that state, but that's just another permission slip. Understanding that all lives exist simultaneously and that reincarnation is just an experiential perspective, I am already, so to speak, incarnated in many different ways. Now, first of all, do understand that the channel sitting before you could be linearly considered to be one of my past lives. But to answer your question linearly, I also have an incarnation in what you would think of as my future in Sirius. But I also have a so-called future non-physical experience as consciousness connected to the Sirius system as well as the physical one. So having those incarnational experiences, in a sense, is part of my job and, of course, part of my joy.